and grabbing the huge opportunities. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Hey Luxers, if you're still not convinced of what opportunities crypto has to offer, well, get ready because we're about to spell it out for you. Number 1. It'll be the main currency in the future. One thing the economic crisis of 2008 showed us is that traditional banking systems are flawed, and it's been confirmed in 2020. More and more people are seeing the need for viable alternatives, and that's exactly what crypto offers: a secure, decentralized form of banking that takes governments and banks out of the equation. And the crazy thing is, even banks realize it. Just listen to what Germany's Deutsche Bank have to say. In their Imagine 2030 report, they talk about how fragile the traditional money system is, that by 2030, over 200 million people will be using digital money, and by then, traditional money will be already on the way out. And it's not just Deutsche Bank. Twitter's Jack Dorsey has said he believes Bitcoin will eventually become the world's single currency. Elon Musk has stated that crypto is a far better way to transfer value than a piece of paper. China's state TV has called blockchain, the technology that makes crypto possible, 10 times more valuable than the internet. Number 2. You need to get familiarized with the technology. It's the biggest technological invention since the internet, so if you're still not up to speed with it, you're behind. But the good news is, you're still in time to start playing catch up. Just like in the 90s when the internet was taking off, there were those who resisted adapting to it. And there will be those people with the blockchain and crypto revolution. But do you really want to be one of them? And just like we now rely on the internet for information and communications, it's soon going to be the same for financial transactions using blockchain. So if you're not familiar with using it yet, now is the time. What are you waiting for? Number 3. You'll position yourself better for opportunities in this space. Sure, you can make and receive payments with a crypto account. You can use it to save, but the really big opportunities come with investing in crypto. Just take a look at Bitcoin. If you'd invested $100 in it just 5 years ago, by now that $100 would be worth $2,500. Or if you'd got into it really early with that 10 years ago, it would be worth $1.9 million. The price of Bitcoin is still set to keep going on up, sure, with blips here and there, and to be fair, probably not as dramatically as it did before. Other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Ripple, and Lisk also have huge potential to grow and bring great returns to savvy investors. But to know which coins to invest in, you need to get educated and get some experience under your belt. So why waste any time? Now's the time to get crypto savvy and learn to spot the opportunities, because you can be sure there are huge opportunities waiting. Number 4. It's a solid alternative for saving your money. We've already talked about crypto's long-term upward trend. Let's compare that with regular money. If you took $100 in cash, buried it, and waited for 10 years, the amount you could buy with it a decade later could be a lot less than when you put it in the ground because of inflation. And leaving it in a bank account isn't going to be much better, if at all, because of the interest rates in bank accounts, which vary from 0 to extremely low. Disclaimer: yes, crypto is more volatile than most currencies, largely because it's still new and gaining traction, like at the start of 2018 when the price of Bitcoin tanked. But remember, it's more or less recovered since then, and its upward trend is likely to continue and win out on any volatility, and that's what makes it such a great option for long-term saving, something that will beat any interest rates banks can give you. Number 5. You're safe from inflation. So we were just talking about inflation, now let's spell it out in full. The problem with traditional money is it's always going down in value, and this isn't by accident. Governments and central banks do it on purpose, especially when there is a financial crisis, or this one in the year 2020. At times like these, there's a shortage of money, and governments try to get around it by printing more. In fact, 22% of all dollars that exist today were created in 2020 when the Federal Reserve injected $2 trillion into the economy. Making money appear out of thin air might sound pretty neat until you figure out the catch. There might be more money, but the amount of goods and services it's chasing stays the same, and the value of the money goes down compared with the value of those goods and services, and that is what we call inflation. That's why smart people trust gold more than money, because when there's an economic crisis, new gold doesn't just magically appear out of nowhere, and it holds its value. And Bitcoin and other crypto, just like gold, don't get created as a short-term fix to financial problems. That means that crypto also holds its value and it's inflation-proof. Number 6. It's way easier to get into crypto than you thought. Just in case you thought you needed a PhD in programming or maybe in finance to get into crypto, we'll tell you now, you don't. A smartphone with internet access will do nicely. In fact, crypto is way easier to get into than most traditional investments. First, because it's got high liquidity, that you can buy and sell it easily and quickly. Second, there isn't a high threshold to getting into it. For stocks and bonds, usually you need to put a large sum of money in, and you can't just put down $100. With crypto, you can. Better still, there's no institutions, no paperwork. Just get an account, get a wallet, track your assets, and it's pseudonymous. You don't have to give any documents or even your name. But we realize there's still a lot of confusion and not many people understand how this space works and how to take advantage of it. That's why we decided to create the best course out there to guide you step by step through everything we've learned about Bitcoin and blockchain from scratch. It's called Bitcoin Essential. Controlled by governments and banks. Who controls crypto? Well, the beauty of crypto is it's controlled by nobody and everybody at the same time. Let's take Bitcoin, for example. The code is stored in thousands of nodes. That means the computers of tens of thousands of people who voluntarily run Bitcoin software on their computers. There's no central authority or mastermind behind it. All users effectively retain control, and it's in everyone's interest to keep the network active and healthy. And running it this way has all kinds of advantages over banks. Like, banks are only open business hours of the country they're based in. Blockchain functions non-stop, and bank payments can take up to 48 hours to clear. Bitcoin transactions take between 15 minutes to an hour. Number 8. The best security on the market. So if there's no big, powerful institution monitoring it, is it safe? The answer is a definite yes. It's got the best security out there, and that's down to the way the information is stored. Anytime a transaction takes place and digital money gets handed over to a new user, that gets recorded permanently and it can't be erased, even after it's changed hands. And remember we said the data is stored by tens of thousands of users? Unlike a bank, which has one central database. If one user has an error, or if anyone tries to tamper with information, the other tens of thousands will cross-reference each other and correct it. And the bigger the network, the more secure it is. And in the case of Bitcoin, that's big, so you can count on it being secure.
We use money every day, but we rarely appreciate its power and its flaws. It's a tool that has been at the center of human progress. And as we build bigger and tackle complex problems, we're going to need the best tools available.
We have a global economy. We're going to need a global digital currency.
Cryptocurrency is going to be a great democratizing force for the world because it's going to level the playing field and allow anybody with a cell phone to access financial services.
This is going to transform how we think about a real global economy. I think in order to understand its importance, we first have to define what currency means. What currency does is it actually allows us to agree upon the value of something. It's almost like a communication tool.
There are different ways of coordinating human beings. One way that you can do that is with money. You can incentivize people to try to work on the same thing at the same time.
We started off building simple systems like a bridge crossing a river to very amazing things like rocket ships. We went from interacting with our neighbors to now transacting with each other around the world. And we want to make sure that people can move money freely. And our current financial system just doesn't enable that.
So the current systems are very centralized. And so we have big banks and big governments. There's a lot of middlemen who make things incredibly inefficient.
When you talk about the problems of the existing financial system, you can go to a situation like Venezuela where, money is being printed and folks' savings are basically being destroyed.
the value of their wealth has been completely eroded. I think a lot of us in the United States sort of take this idea for granted that if someone gives us money, it'll be in our bank account and it's not going to disappear or be taken away from us. And that's really a luxury that many people in the world don't have at all. There are about 1.8 billion people in the world today who have a cell phone but don't have access to any financial services. And what's really powerful about cryptocurrency is that it lets anybody, if you just have a smartphone and internet connection, participate in the global economy.
What cryptocurrency does is takes the stability that we have and gives it to the rest of the world.
If I have a dollar bill, I can hand that directly to somebody else. There was no bank in the middle there. With digital currency and blockchain, it's actually more similar to cash, yet again, where I can send something directly to somebody else, and I don't necessarily have to go through middlemen like a bank or a credit card company.
We can go back to how we normally transacted, which is directly with each other without all these giant central parties in between.
When computer scientists talk about the concept of so-called decentralization, what they mean is to avoid this idea of a single point of failure.
A single point of failure like we have with institutions.
If you have a single bank, and that bank has all your money, and then that bank fails, well, everyone's out of money. Whereas if you have lots of different individual nodes, hard drives and phones and so on that have some money, well, they're probably not all going to fail at the same time.
So you no longer need the middleman to keep track of an internal ledger. All these computers are writing everything down for you.
That network effect makes it unbreakable.
So technology makes us richer and wealthier because you need less time or less money or less effort to get something done.
Right now, when people think of crypto, I think they think of investment.
There's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of talk of prices and how much money has been raised, but it's really important to see past that.
It'll shift to people actually using cryptocurrency to buy goods and services and transact in the economy.
And that's not just send money back and forth, that means employ each other or fund each other.
A more global economy is important because there is talent everywhere, but opportunity is not evenly distributed.
In a world where this technology is fully adopted, it won't matter what country you're born in. All that will matter is that you have a mobile phone and internet connection, and you have skills and knowledge to learn, and you can contribute to the global economy. You can benefit from the world, and the world can benefit from you.
Think about what kind of economy we could have if we had a global currency that we were all responsible for and all invested in. It opens up opportunity for everybody.
Just being able to trust that if I do good work in the world and someone compensates me for it, I will be able to keep that wealth. That's such a powerful idea that it actually encourages people to try to do more good things in the world.
If you've got lots of people who are invested in each other's success, literally, they're invested in each other's success at a broader level.
I think cryptocurrencies are going to be as impactful to humanity as the internet has been.
Digital currency and blockchain can bind us in ways that we wouldn't be bound before.
Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill, okay? We are entering a completely world of uncharted water right now.
Have you made any investments in Bitcoin?
So, I mean, I personally own Bitcoin in my hedge fund. I own Bitcoin in my fund. I own Bitcoin in my private account. It is a huge deal. It's a huge, huge, huge deal. Because what you're talking about right now is for the next 3 to 5 years, an unbelievably better store value. It is gold 2.0.
I think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually.
Well, I think it is working, and there will be other currencies like it that may be even better. But in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin, and people have made fortunes out of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, there is no Bitcoin company, there is no Bitcoin building, there's not even a Bitcoin server anywhere that you could shut down. It is completely distributed. That's what's unique about Bitcoin. It is, for the first time, a way for the two of us to exchange value online without a third-party intermediary. Until the invention of Bitcoin, for you and me to exchange money online, we had to employ a third party, like PayPal, like Visa, like MasterCard, right? And we live in the 21st century. If we want to have a video call to China, we can do that for free. But to send a couple $100, which is essentially just ones and zeros being moved around, costs 5% plus takes over a day.
Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
You'll see Bitcoin trading at 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Rick Falkvenia does an excellent analysis. He predicts that Bitcoin will capture between 1 and 10% of the global Forex market, which implies a price of between $100,000 to $1 million per Bitcoin. Most of the people who are on the sidelines not buying Bitcoin today will start to buy Bitcoin when it gets over 1,000. And then a greater percentage of people will definitely plow into Bitcoin when it starts to get over 10,000.
It's still predicting Bitcoin, $10,000 per Bitcoin in 3 years.
Casares, he's the CEO of Zappo, which is a Bitcoin wallet and Bitcoin vault.
I think it's mostly a very positive thing. I think we're going to see ups and downs like with any other emerging technology. But I think Bitcoin is here to stay, and it makes sense that it be taxed and treated like any other.
So let's make a bold call here. In 10 years, what do you think Bitcoin will be worth? One Bitcoin.
Between $500,000 and $1 million.
A lot of people are just seeing the charts and thinking, how high will it go? What I'm doing is counting backwards. I mean, this is a transactional currency, and it is a store of value. As such, it is a product and a service competing on a very tangible market for stores of value and for transactional currencies. So what is the size of that market?
Right. And this is important.
And how big a market share can Bitcoin realistically take within a foreseeable time frame? When you ask that question, then you come up with a market cap of Bitcoin total, and then you divide that by the number of Bitcoin in circulation by your estimated time. And seeing how Chinese are buying Bitcoin like crazy, I actually had to adjust this number upwards, but then you come up with a number of about $2 to $5 million per Bitcoin.
Well, welcome back. Cashing in on crypto, Bitcoin pulling back after topping $60,000 over the weekend, and some are betting big on the crypto craze. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez proposing a resolution to give city workers the option to be paid in Bitcoin and also allowing residents to pay some of their taxes using the cryptocurrency. Joining me now, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez. Mayor, good morning and welcome. This is so interesting because right now Bitcoin has been so nebulous. People can't really understand it because they can't touch it. But you are sort of weaving this into your system in a way where people can use Bitcoin to be paid and paid for things. And all of a sudden that becomes a game changer. Why are you doing it?
Well, we in the city of Miami, we want to be known as the most technologically forward city in America. We realize that technology is the future of our economy. And so not only for my generation, but for our children's generation, we want to make sure that we're creating the kind of economy that our children can be successful in and can produce high-paying jobs. So I saw an opportunity. There's a tremendously robust crypto community out there. There's tens of millions of people that are actually holding crypto, according to some of the people that I've talked to in some of the biggest exchanges. And so I thought that it was a sort of a low-lying fruit for the city of Miami to be innovative, to be forward-thinking, and to be the first city to be able to offer these things to its employees, to its residents, and even to think about it as an asset to invest in. And I can tell you the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. The tweet that I put out with that resolution, I think got 2 million views, 6.5 million impressions, and I've gotten calls from mayors and former governors from across the country that are looking at doing something similar.
Okay, guys, so we're now going to our PGI presentation. That's the end of our crypto education this evening. I want to welcome all those persons now join us this evening as well.
In a world where banking and governmental rules tie us down, PGI Global thinks outside the box, breaks the mold, and feeds the hunger for success of its members. With growth of over 100,000 members in less than 12 months, we take our members' growing passion for innovation and cutting-edge technology and make it our mission to give them what they need. We feed them with education in the industry of digital assets, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance, DeFi, and trading. We feed them with a holistic vision and commitment to constant improvement. We feed them with the opportunity to change their lives. We have a dedicated Chief Innovation Officer to bring us into the future. A management team looking to new and better ways to do business. And a leadership group meeting every week. They are making it real. Over 25,000 members making weekly withdrawals. Over 1 million withdrawals so far. With the right mindset, you can achieve anything. With each challenge we overcome, we celebrate success. Are you ready to feed your hunger? PGI Global, creating and delivering results for people around the world.
Okay, all right, here we go. Welcome again to all those persons joining us for the first time. We welcome you. My name is Christopher. I'm the little shot that keeps on shooting. And for the last 20 years, guys, I have been involved in network marketing. For the past 5 to 6 years, I have been involved in cryptocurrency. How did I get involved in cryptocurrency? Well, basically, I consider I come across it just because I've been spending a lot of time on the internet. Actually, I try to move my health business over to the internet so that I have an internet presence, trying to get a website built and so on. Okay, and start to market myself online, because back in the early days, you were constantly hearing that if you don't have a .com next to your name, it will be out of business in the next 5 to 10 years, because everyone is moving their business online so that they can have an online presence. And it's amazing, guys. It's amazing that during the COVID, we really get to see that there's a lot of businesses that do not have an online presence as yet. I mean, how many of you had problems trying to even order something online from some companies that you wanted to do business with, and they had no online presence? They had no website, they had no Facebook page, nothing. Okay, there were no scrambling, no looking to get themselves online. And it's something I have been promoting and encouraging even small businesses. I remember talking to a number of small businesses about setting up a website for their business. And a lot of companies didn't see that as important now. But now, guys, I'm saying to persons, here is it now that we have the COVID-19 and this pandemic come along, and now pushing everyone in this direction so that persons now can start to utilizing the technology. Similar to Zoom, I mean, we are here using Zoom this evening. This is the next technology, okay, that allow persons to communicate, okay, across the world, instant. And here is that this technology has been there for a while, a long time. I mean, I've been doing meetings online for a very long time. I'm talking over 4 or 5 years ago. And now there are persons now getting to find out about Zoom and now realizing that there's something like this exists. And the same thing for digital currency, guys. Digital currency and cryptocurrency now have been around for a little while, all right? I mean, Bitcoin came out in the year 2009. Okay, but yet still, there's still a lot of persons in our population, a lot of persons around the world that don't have a clue that this currency exists. It's amazing. So therefore, this is still a good secret. All right. Now, after I got involved and started to promote my business online, that's when I came across Bitcoin. But like most persons, what I did, and this is the same thing people are doing today. So don't get vexed when persons say to you, I'm not interested in that. I don't know nothing about it, because again, it is new to them, right? So they have to hear the name called, they have to see it come in front of their face more than once. Because the first time Bitcoin came in front of me, I did not even pay any attention to it. I didn't research it. I didn't even see it's something important I should even go and look up. Okay, when it came in front of me again, Bitcoin was at the price of 267 US dollars for one. And I said to myself, why would I want to buy something like this that have no value in the real world? I actually saw it like internet money, or what we call monopoly money. You guys ever played a game of Monopoly? And after you play the game, you can't take that money outside the game. You can only play with the money in the game. It only have value in the game. Right? And that's basically how I saw Bitcoin back then. I didn't see it have no value in the real world. So therefore, I did not purchase it. After Bitcoin came on my radar again, Bitcoin was roughly at the price of $900 to $1,000. That was between 2016 now again. All right. That's when I saw Bitcoin again. And one of the things that I recognize is that being online, I'm going involved in as far as trying to do, advertising online. I come across a lot of companies that were advertising, and I keep seeing Bitcoin banners showing up, people talking about Bitcoin on YouTube being spoken about. And then I realized, companies were taking it as a form of payment. And I realized also that you could have started to, earn by doing little tasks online and so on like that, play games and earn a little fraction of a Bitcoin. So I started out that way, and then it got involved in Bitcoin investing. And I realized there were companies that were investing your Bitcoin and give you back a return. And guys, back in 2017, I earned myself 27 Bitcoins. Now, again, because I didn't know much about the asset, I saw the opportunity. I made some money. I saw the opportunity to cash it out, because then we also had a place here in Barbados called Bit. Still here in Barbados, but this place operated in Barbados well over 4 years as well. And that's a place that we could have gone in and purchased Bitcoin over the counter. All right. And again, a lot of persons in Barbados never knew this place that exists, that you can actually buy Bitcoin with your Barbados dollars. So therefore, it's a real currency. This is all a central bank approved project. All right. So this was all approved here in Barbados and was going on right under most Bajan nose. Okay. So then, guys, I got involved, got myself 27 Bitcoin. I cashed some of those Bitcoin out, made a few $1,000s, and I was quite happy with that. But as I go on to learn about Bitcoin, then I realized I made a big mistake, because I was holding a digital asset one that they're limited. So therefore, basically means I cash it out too early, because they're limited. Now, those 27 Bitcoins, guys, let me give you an example. If I kept those Bitcoins today, those 27 Bitcoins will now have a value of over 3 million Barbados dollars, as opposed to just a few $1,000s back then when I cashed them out. All right. Now, let me give you an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, now this is a screenshot from my digital wallet, my Bitcoin wallet. And I have a screenshot here for you on the left. You can see I sent out, okay, from my wallet. So when I have sent out, okay, that's what I cash out. The areas that Mark receive is what I receive in earnings from the company that was trading my Bitcoin. Okay, so I cash out 3.95. That's almost 4 Bitcoins back in June the 11th, 2017. And that value, guys, back then was $11,608. Not bad. All right, just for 3.95 Bitcoin. Okay, but guys, if you look at the value today, over to the right now is a screenshot of the same Bitcoins and the value today. And this is what my wallet showing me, that if I had those same 3.95 Bitcoin, the value today, guys, of those Bitcoins would be $223,285.60. Guys, I mean, just think about it. All right. So it definitely can see clearly that I cashed those out way too early. All right. So therefore, my goal here this evening is to teach you guys how to handle this digital asset, how to deal with it, how to protect it, how to preserve it, how to spend it, how to earn from it. All right, because you're not earning just a digital currency, you're earning something that will allow you to generate generational wealth. That means that you can generate earnings from your Bitcoin for the rest of your life. You can pass on those Bitcoins to your children, and they can generate income from it for the rest of their life. They can pass it on to their children and generate income from it for the rest of their life. So therefore, we're talking about generational wealth. All right, and this is something that a lot of wealthy people do have. Okay, then they're able to pass on this to their next generation. And how does a wealthy person pass on generational wealth, guys? They do that through gold. All right, gold is one of the assets that the millionaires and billionaires, okay, have been using for eons, generations, all right, and passing it on to their children without cashing out their gold. Okay, they're able to pass on that generational wealth, and their children are able to benefit from it. All right, so Bitcoin now is moving into the area now it's calling digital gold, and therefore it's going to replace gold, because we all know that we are living in a digital world, and we are seeing everything talking about going digital. Money is going digital. They're talking about going paperless. So therefore, the paper money that we are familiar with, guys, that we're born into and know about, and that's all we know. Okay, that will become a thing of the past. All right, we can see how the technology is moving ahead at rapid speed. So, guys, we all know. For those who don't know, it means you're living under a rock. We all know, guys, if you've been paying attention, okay, that this is the digital age. and everything has gone digital. Our music have gone digital. The video that we watch have gone digital. All right, you guys remember the days we used to watch a video using VHS tapes. All right, no, that's no more. Cassette tapes, no, that's no more. All right, everything that was digital. The way we communicate, sit down and write a letter, that's no more. We now can do what? Communicate through digital means using the digital platforms like WhatsApp and so on. All right, so everything has gone digital. That means allow things to happen a lot faster. Basically, allow things to happen instant. The digital means, guys, allow things to happen instant. All right, so now you can move money around and have it move around instant around the world. Same way, you go to the bank to send money overseas, it takes 3 to 4 days to send a wire transfer. Yeah, think about it. Now that's old school, guys. Now you can move money around a lot faster through digital means. Okay, so the world now is going digital, and the new currency also emerging instead of the digital currency called cryptocurrency. This is where Bitcoin comes in to play. All right. Okay, so why would you want cryptocurrency or Bitcoin? Because it's the best way to start saving your money, guys. You want to start saving your money in this currency. Why do you want to do that? Because of the value increasing over time. That's what we call having good store value. Anything that you're going to put down for over a time period, okay, you want it to last. Okay, you want it to last. That means you don't want that when you come for it 5-10 years down the road, it's not worth the same value that you put down. And if you put $10,000 in the bank, $100,000 in the bank, okay, and you come back 10 years after for it, guys, even though you might have the $10,000 there, even though you might have the $100,000 there, it has lost value due to inflation. Okay, so cost living has gone up in that time period. So that means that $100,000 or that $10,000 cannot buy the same things. Okay, it can only buy, you get less for that same value. So you guys understand what I'm saying, all right? Okay, so Bitcoin is the best way to start saving your money from fiat. So if you have not started to save some money, you need to start testing the system out, start saving, even if you want to start saving $10 in Bitcoin and see how that, turn out to be and how you benefit from it. Just to test it, because a lot of persons have this thing called fear of the unknown, and they don't want to go into an unknown area, okay, and they'll go all in. So therefore, persons will prefer to test things out. So I'm saying to persons, test it out, because that's how we felt too. I did not want to go all in with Bitcoin when I first heard about it. But now, guys, I'm telling you, this is where I do my savings now. This is where I put my money that I work for. So when I work and get fiat currency, I'm looking to convert it into Bitcoin and have no regrets, no fear of doing it, because I'm putting it where? I'm putting it into the currency of the future. So I can't have fear in there. You understand? Keeping it in paper money, that's where you should have fear, because it could wake up one morning and hear that they'll done away with paper money, right? Okay, so Bitcoin is, guys, you can use it also to shop, treat it like real currency and buy things online. Okay, so you can buy food, buy home, you can buy a car, you can pay for airline tickets, you can buy partly anything with Bitcoin. Right, because it's also a transactional currency. So here we have a currency that operates in so many different ways. It operates like an investment. Okay, it operates as a way to store value, and it also operates as a currency that you can buy things online with it. All right. Okay, so let's look at how you store your Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin cannot be stored in the bank, guys. You cannot go to the bank and tell them that, I have some Bitcoin. I would like to open up an account for my Bitcoin. No, this is a digital asset, and the bank only carries fiat currency until the bank make that transition over to digital, which you haven't done as yet. Okay, they won't be able to store this currency. So how do you store it? You store it on your cell phone, on your laptop, on your device. Okay, so therefore, all you have to do is go to the App Store, the Play Store, you download it, okay, and you have the Bitcoin wallet. So you can go to blockchain.com, okay, or you can go to the App Store, the Play Store, and look for the blockchain app. Okay, the blockchain app or the blockchain wallet, and therefore you can download it. And now you have yourself a Bitcoin wallet, and now you're ready now to receive and send Bitcoins anywhere around the world. So the next step will be to do what? Acquire some Bitcoin, start converting some of your fiat currency into Bitcoin. All right, so let's give you a little history on Bitcoin. The first Bitcoin was mined back in 2009 at 1 US cent. Can you imagine, guys? One Bitcoin back in 2009 was 1 US cent for one. Look at the price of Bitcoin today, 58,000 plus US dollars. So those persons who bought Bitcoin when Bitcoin was pennies, really making a serious return on their investment right now. Okay, there are only 21 million Bitcoins in total. Only 21 million Bitcoins in total. That's the amount that can be mined. So far, to date, there have been 18 million Bitcoins mined already. 18 million. That means we have a balance of 3 million left to be mined. But the way how this 3 million is going to come in, guys, it's not going to come in all at once. It's going to be coming, okay, over a period of time. So the next 100 years, there will be distributed the balance of those 3 million. Now, how is that possible? Okay, through a process called halving. Every 4 years, Bitcoin goes through a process called halving. What is halving? Halving basically means the amount that comes into circulation on a daily basis that is cut in half. Okay, so we had the amount that comes in right now to circulation. That amount now is actually at 900 Bitcoins per day. 900 Bitcoins per day. The previous halving, okay, it was at 18. So 18 get cut down, and now we're at 9. Okay, that means the next halving, we will be at 450. All right, then the next halving, we'll be at 250. Okay, so this is how Bitcoin halving takes place every 4 years. So we have the first halving was in 2012, then 2016, and then 2020. Now, here's an amazing thing that takes place a year after each halving. So 2012, a year after 2012 was 2013, Bitcoin went to its all-time high, the highest it's ever been in its existence in 2013. Okay, so from 2016 was another halving. 2017, again, a year after the halving was again another all-time high for Bitcoin. Bitcoin went to 19,800 US dollars. Okay, so now we had another halving, guys, okay, which was 2020, that was last year. And we know in a year after the 2020 halving, that's 2021. So guys, this year, it will be another all-time high for Bitcoin. And where are we so far? Right now, we are at 58,000. Where are we going? That's the key now, guys. Where are we going this year? Okay, the projection for this year, all right? The projection for this year is basically 350,000 to 500,000 for one Bitcoin. That's the projection for this year. So that means Bitcoin at 58,000 is nowhere close. So guys, all you have now is the opportunity to generate as much Bitcoin as you can between now and the end of the year. And you've actually struck gold, digital gold. All right, digital gold. All right, so there are over 5,000 cryptocurrencies on the market right now, but Bitcoin lead them all. Okay, Bitcoin lead every one of them. Now, let me explain to you 2 ways that you can benefit from Bitcoin. You can benefit from Bitcoin by buying, okay, converting your money into Bitcoin and start saving it in Bitcoin. Instead of saving it in fiat, saving it in Barbados dollars, saving it in US dollars, saving it in AC dollars, wherever country you're from, okay, Jamaican dollars, start saving it now in what? Bitcoin. Okay, so let's look at Ethan and Ann. They are the 2 persons I would like to use as an example, all right, for this explanation here. We have Ethan back in 2017, a youngster back then, and he decided he wanted to save some money into Bitcoin. I was doing a presentation at his grandparents' home, and he was listening in. Obviously, presentation, his grandparents bought some Bitcoin. He said he also wanted to buy Bitcoin as well. And he saved actually 25 US dollars worth. That's all he did. He didn't come add more to it. He saved it and forget it actually. 2 years after, he decided he wanted to cash it out, and his $25 worth of Bitcoin, which was not even a tenth of a Bitcoin, not even an eighth of a Bitcoin, he had 459 US dollars. 459 US dollars. All right. Now, this is the benefit of saving in the currency. Now, guys, I want you to see Bitcoin. When you put money into Bitcoin, you're thinking of it as a long-term investment. All right. Don't see it as a short-term investment. If you see it as a short-term investment, you will become confused with the market, because the market is always up and down, short term. But if you look at it long term, the market long term is always up. let me give you an example. Bitcoin started out this year at $29,000. That's from January of this year. All right. Where is Bitcoin today? Bitcoin today is $58,000. So is it up for the year? Yes, it is. But if you compare it now to last week or last month, it might be down compared because the highest it went so far it was $61,000. So therefore, of course, it will be down, but long term is up. So that means when we look at it long term, so therefore your investment that you put into Bitcoin, don't focus on the short term gains, focus on long term gains. All right, that's where you benefit all the time. Okay, so Ethan put it down for 2017, cash it out in 2019. That's 2 years after. Gain, long term gain, $459. Now, even if you have put that $25 worth in the bank, guys, to save, could he have come back 2 years and draw $459, 900 Barbados dollars? No way, no way. All right. So therefore, it tells me then Bitcoin is the best way to start saving it. The currency is the best way to start saving your money. Now we have Anna, who didn't save, but she invested. And she took $125. At that time, that was a tenth of a Bitcoin, not a full Bitcoin. And guys, because she invested it, she earned herself 13 Bitcoins. And those 13 Bitcoins, then when she cashed it out, was 35,000 US dollars, 70,000 Barbados dollars. Right? Now here is Ethan save and invest. Both persons benefit from having their money in Bitcoin, both persons. But of course, Anne would have benefited greatly because she invests. And we all know that investing is the best form to generate what? Wealth. Investing is the best way, guys, to go after financial freedom. So if you're looking to become debt-free, saving is not going to get you there. You're going to struggle. It can become a lifetime doing it just to become debt-free if you're going to try to do it that way. All right. And how do I know that? Because you can ask every single person who have been saving from time they were that the new money. All right. Have they become financially free saving? No. All right. So it tells us then you have to put your money to work. Okay. You have to put your money to work. You cannot become financially free working. It is your money that is actually going to allow you to become financially free. All right. So money has to be invested for it to do what? Generate more. Actually, the money can actually work better than you. Yeah, you better believe it. Money can really work better than you. So therefore, if you put money to do what it's supposed to do, you will see that you will actually get to reap the rewards of what your money is doing. You'll be actually your money will put you in the shame, actually. Yeah. As long as you put money to work, you realize, wow, it can do more than me. It can create more than me. All right. It can create a better financial future for me. All right. So therefore, guys, if you don't know this, this is what this is all about. This is what we're educating persons. This is education that you need to start passing on to your children and their children. All right. We need to start educating the next generation about financial wealth. All right. Instead of just talking about saving and a job, you know, many persons thinking about going to get education to have a job. And that job, okay, that they're going after is just doing what? Putting them to work. That's all it's doing, putting them to work. And they're doing what? Going from home to work, spending 40 to 45 years of their life, giving up their time for dollars. You're taking 40 to 45 years out of your life to give up your time for dollars. And that time you cannot get it back. Guys, just think about it. If time is so precious, and we all know time is money, but yet still we're giving up that precious time for money, and the money that we're getting for that time, guys, it's not even close to the value of our time. All right. So it means if you look at your time should be more valuable than the money that you're getting for it, that you're exchanging for it. Now we have a millionaire or billionaire who would earn or get, you know, a few $1 million in an hour. So how comes he can make a few $1 million in an hour? Because that's how valuable he sees his time. All right. Whereas another person can only earn $7 an hour or $10 an hour. See, because we're not seeing our time as valuable. Until we see our time as valuable, then we would understand then what we do with our time is so important. Okay. And in order to get back that time, have more control over that time, it means we have to put money to work. Okay. So as long as you can move your money into crypto, and that's what this presentation is all about, putting your crypto to work. And we partner with a company called Petroleum Group International. where this company allow us to put our crypto to work, our Bitcoin. And if our Bitcoin is working, guys, it means we now have the opportunity to go what? Go have fun and enjoy life with our family. All right? Go travel the world. Enjoy the beaches. Okay? That's what it's all about. Start to enjoy life. I mean, how many persons have already gone into retirement already and still have to go back to work? How many persons retirement coming up? Okay? And they're contemplating, what they're going to do for their retirement and how their retirement is really going to unfold for them. All right? And some persons know very well that they're not prepared yet for retirement. This is a good opportunity, guys, to start to prepare yourself, okay, for your retirement. By doing what? Putting your crypto to work. Okay, so let's talk about the Petroleum Group International and who they are and how long they've been involved. The founder of the Petroleum Group International is the CEO, Mr. Harvey Palafox. He's a former president and co-founder of AI Trades Global and president and CEO of AI Trades Philippines. He was born in the Philippines, raised in America. He lived in America for over 43 years. He's a family man and a professional multi-level marketer, okay, for the over 16 years. Now, guys, Mr. Palafox is very successful at what he does. He has a successful trading company and he has been able to help persons all over the world. He have already created 20 millionaires, okay, multi-millionaires, guys, between 2019 and now. Are you going to be the next one? The company have offices so far in Estonia, in the United Kingdom, in the Philippines, in Singapore, and now also in the United States in Las Vegas. The president of PGI Global, Ms. Helen Graham, the Vice President and Chief Operation Officer, Mr. Mark Davis. And let's take a look of their lineup of products. The company have ATM machines. What are ATM machines? ATM machines for cryptocurrency. All right, so these are for cryptocurrency because as I said to you guys, cryptocurrency is the money of the future. So these machines are going to be going all over the world because it means persons will start to do what? Using and spending their cryptocurrency, and they will definitely need the machines. So through the machine, you'll be able to buy your Bitcoin and sell your Bitcoin and your other cryptocurrencies. All right, now we have also Bitcoin trading platform because, of course, the company is a Bitcoin trading company. They also have blockchain education, educating the members about the blockchain and how the Bitcoin, and this is where the Bitcoin currency is run on. All right, so this is the network that runs the Bitcoin network, which is called the blockchain. Then we have the health and wellness products that you can purchase with your Bitcoin. And also you have a debit card for persons who want to earn their commissions still in US dollars and want to cash it out in US dollars using a master debit card. Okay. Now, of course, the company main product, guys, as I mentioned, is Bitcoin. All right, so let's go into our compensation plan. But before we do, we need to read you our disclaimer. We are an authorized cryptocurrency trading company. We are by no means a financial advisor. We suggest you always consult your financial advisor if you have one. We strongly recommend that you do your own due diligence, read the terms and conditions, and understand them. We believe that once you do, you'll see what we see. And guys, remember, by no means we are offering any financial advice. Okay, so let's look at our compensation plan. With PGI, you have the opportunity first to convert some of your money into Bitcoin. Now, guys, remember that PGI do not sell Bitcoin. The company do not sell Bitcoin. You have to acquire Bitcoin first. How do you do that? Get back in touch with the person who invited you and they'll tell you how we do acquire our Bitcoin. But after you acquire your Bitcoin, you set up your Bitcoin wallet, you register for, with the company to the person who referred you, then you're ready to make your purchase for a package. Now, what are you doing when you purchase a package? When you purchase a package, guys, what you are saying to the company, you're going into an agreement with the company that they will take your Bitcoin and they will trade it and give you back a return on your Bitcoin. All right. Now remember, guys, Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. So therefore, we have 4 packages. You have the silver, the gold, the platinum, and the titanium package. Under the silver package, we have a 100, we have a 400, a 600, okay, package that you can purchase worth in Bitcoin. Under the gold, you have a 1,000, a 5,000, $10,000 worth in Bitcoin. Under the platinum, there's a 20,000, the 50,000, the $100,000 worth in Bitcoin, and under the titanium package, you can purchase 500,000 and up without any limits worth in Bitcoin. Now, regardless of whatever package you purchase, whether you purchase a 100 or a 5,000 package, excuse me, all packages come with a software fee of $19 added to it. So therefore, if you purchase a 100 package, that's 119. And 500,000 package, that's 500,019. All right, added to the package. Now, on a daily basis, the company will give you a return, okay, based on the package you have, okay, you get a return. Now, regardless of whether you have a 100 or $500,000 package, every single person get the same percentage on a daily basis. So there's no favoritism here. If you think that because you have a bigger package than someone else that you're going to get a higher percentage, no. Every single person receives the same percentage payout on a daily basis. And this daily payout, okay, starts from 0.5% up to 3%. Okay, so that's a 0.5% up to 3%. Now, some days you will get 0.5%, some days you might get 1%, some days you might get 1.5%, some days you might get 2%. What we recognize and average it out that you would normally get 1% daily. So we're going to use that example of 1%. So let's go into more detail so you can see how you earn from your packages. Now, guys, the goal here is to build. You're billing, okay, up your packages. You want to build up so you earn more. We recommend that you start off with $100 worth, $100 worth in Bitcoin, okay? And you purchase a Bitcoin package with the company. They're going to trade it, and they're going to give you 1% per day. So 1% on $100, guys, that would be $1. 1% on 100 is $1. So if you're earning $1 a day, and the company's going to double your money, it will take you 200 days earning $1 to get back $200. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to sit down and wait 200 days. So therefore, yes, I start off with 100, but then I want to build upon that in 6 months, 200 days, guys. I want to be earning by far more. But this is just an example. Now, if you move up now to a $1,000 package, again, 1,000 at 1%, that's $10. $10 that would give you 1% on 1,000 is $10. 200 days again, you don't have $2,000. So it take you 6 months to double your money. Now, if it takes you 6 months to double your money, that means you can double your money twice in a year. So let's look at this $1,000. $1,000, 6 months, you get $2,000. You reinvest it for another 6 months. Now you have $4,000. So therefore, a whole year, it allows you to earn what? On $1,000, $3,000 profit. Not bad at all. What if it was $10,000? That means in a year you've earned $40,000. That's $30,000 profit. Not bad. What if it was $100,000? Therefore, in a year you've earned yourself $400,000. That's $300,000 profit. Wow, not bad at all. Now we're talking. All right. So guys, this is just an example. All right. It's entirely up to you how much you want to invest in Bitcoin and have the company double it. Now, the income here that you earn from the company trading your Bitcoin and giving you back a return, this is the agreement between you and the company. No, you do not have to refer anyone to earn this passive income. The passive income that I just shared with you, that's about putting your money to work. So it means the more money you give the company to work with, the more returns you can get. So would you want to sit down then and just wait 6 months for $100 to double? No, that's where you start. But don't let that be where you end up. Build upon it. Build upon it. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the second part of our earnings. This is the first part of the earnings. So therefore, persons who just looking to invest, okay, probably for sure will be interested in this part. Now, every person as you join PGI will participate in this part of the program. All right. But not all persons will go on to the second stage of the program. And the second stage is what we call the referral part of the business. That means you're going to refer other persons. Someone refer you here this evening, that means you can refer other persons as well. And why you want to do that? Because guys, there's some extra income here that you can earn even to help you build up your packages. So let me give you an example. The goal here, guys, of building your business is also to earn 1 Bitcoin. How many persons out there would like to earn 1 Bitcoin? All right. can put up your hands. Okay, let's see those hands going up. You can put up the hands. All right, and let me see how many persons out there would like to earn 1 Bitcoin. Okay, now with 1 Bitcoin, guys, just think about it. If you can earn yourself 1 Bitcoin by doing this referral system that I share here with you, all right, that means that's 1 Bitcoin that you didn't have to buy out of your pocket. 1 Bitcoin is roughly now $58,000. All right, just think about it. 1 Bitcoin is $58,000. If Bitcoin goes to $300,000 by the end of the year, and you earn yourself 1 Bitcoin, guys, that's just 700,000 Barbados dollars. Now think about it. What can you do with that kind of money? So let's talk about the referral part of the business. Now, when you refer someone, okay, you're gonna refer a person, you're gonna earn yourself a referral commission. That referral commission starts at 6%. So 6% on whatever package they purchase. Now, we recommend most persons start off with $100 package and then build from there. So let's say these 2 persons that you refer, the very first person start with 100, 6%, that's $6. The second person start with $100 package, 6%, that's another $6. So you earn yourself $12, okay, on those 2 persons who start at with $100. Now, if you refer 2 persons and they sign up, within 30 days of you joining, so as soon as you join, guys, you look to what? Refer your first 2, and that allows you to earn yourself an additional 2%. 2%. Okay, so no longer you will get 6, you know, will get 8%. Now, can you refer more than 2? Oh yes, you can refer as many persons as you want, but you only need 2 persons to qualify. Okay, you only need 2 persons to qualify for this 2% boost up. Now, as soon as you get 2 persons in your 30 days and you qualify, you're qualified for life. What if you don't get the 2 persons in 30 days? That's the next question. What if I don't get those 2 persons in 30 days? Okay, so I want to scrolling up my screen. Okay, now, if you don't get those 2 persons in 30 days, okay, it means you would only get 6%. You'll still get the referral commission, guys. You're not going to lose it. You will only get 6%. That's all. It means you did not get the additional 2% boost up. All right. Okay, so let's look at the next bonus. The next bonus, this is called the binary bonus. The binary bonus now is based on the 2 persons that you refer, and they start to refer there too. They now start to build a binary because binary means 2. Okay, binary means 2. All right. Okay, now the binary starts at 8%, but because you refer your 2 persons, it now means you're going to earn what? 10%, and that's what you need to go after. Go after that 10%, guys. All right. Now, let's look at this example. You refer 2 persons. Your 2 persons refer there too, which is 4. The 4 persons refer there too, which is 8. The 8 persons refer there too, which is 16. The 16 persons refer there too, which is 32. And guys, this will keep going and going like that. Now, why would you want to refer persons and encourage them to refer there too? Because you don't want persons to miss out on that additional 2%. You want them to qualify for their 2% boost up. So when you sponsor your first 2 persons, as soon as you sponsor a person, let them be aware, okay, that they need to do what? Refer their 2 persons in their first 30 days so that they qualify for their 2% boost up. As long as they qualify, they're qualified for life. So as persons move up to different levels, you remain qualified. You do not have to re-qualify. All right? Okay. All right, so let's look at how this pays out. Okay, so let's look at some breakdown, how we're going to earn to the binary. Now, we are saying your 2 persons refer there to, and the 2 refer there to, and it keeps going on like this. So therefore, let's say you have 25 persons on your left and 25 persons on the right. All right? Now, one side, guys, will become what we call accumulated volume. This is how the binary pays. All right? Persons ask me, so why? This is just how the binary pays. All right? This is how it works. Okay, so all you have to do is try to understand how it works. Now, how it works, you have 2 sides. You have a left and you have a right. All the persons that fall under the person on your right, okay, that's one part of the binary. And all the persons that fall under the persons on the left, that's another part of the binary. So binary have a left and a right. Okay, now let's say the persons on your right, this is the side that would accumulate. That means you don't get payout. All the volume in there adds up. The side on the left is your payout side. So we have 25 left and 25 right. So let's look at how those persons under the left side will pay you, okay? How you will earn commission. Now, if every person, those 25 persons all join at $100 package, you would earn yourself 10% on the 10% commission on the package that they purchase. That would earn you $250 US. Now, what can you do with that $250 US? Guys, you know what? You're going after Bitcoin. So therefore, what you have to do, increase your package. Add on to your package. Buy up to another package. All right. So now your 25 persons following your example. They also want to move up. Okay. Now what we have, 25 persons all moving up to a 400 package. That will earn you $1,000. So can you see now you earn $1,000? You can do what? Buy yourself a $1,000 package. Now guess what? Your 25 persons all moving up to a $600 package. $600 package. This will earn you $1,500. All right, guys, what you do? Buy up to another package. All right, I'll buy yourself some more packages. All right, now we have the 25 persons all moving up to a $1,000 package. Now you have what? Your earnings from every single person that moved to a $1,000 package will earn you now in total $2,500 US. So between a 100, a 400, a 600, a 1,000, all those persons moving up, including yourself, all right? Now you now have what? A total of 5,200, okay? $5,250 US in commissions that you've earned. Now, of course, where's this money? This money would have been taken and buy up in packages. And since you reinvest this money, okay, back into PGI, PGI is going to do what with it? Double it. And now, instead of just getting 5,250, you know, will get what? $10,500 US after that money is doubled. Okay. Now, of course, guys, let's take this a next step further. If you take that $10,500 that just doubled and you reinvest it, PGI is going to double it. You know, it becomes what? 21,000 US dollars. You take the 21,000 and do what? Reinvest it. It now becomes 42,000. You take the 42,000 and reinvest it, it becomes 84,000. Guys, it's up to you where you want to stop. But the goal is to go after what? One full Bitcoin. Because when you withdraw this money, guys, this go into your Bitcoin wallet. Because even though it's here in US dollars, when the company send it to you, it's going to send it to you in Bitcoin. And that's what you want. So you want to earn a commission and keep compounding to your commission, guys, or your package's value will become more than one Bitcoin. And now you have yourself one Bitcoin. You have that one Bitcoin withdrawn to your wallet. Guess what? At the end of the year, you are in your strike gold, digital gold. All right? So get back in touch with the person who invited you. Okay, so there you go. That's our presentation this evening. I'm sure many of you will have some questions for me. So let me open up. I'm going to unmute everyone so that you can answer questions. I'm here to answer your questions. Again, good night to everyone. Good night to those persons who are joining us for the first time. My name is Christopher Brain. All right, so let me just open 10 quick questions you may have, because we have some guests in the house. My sponsor is in the house as well, and I want to introduce him this evening. Okay, any questions? Let me just check the chat. Okay. All right, well, if you don't have any questions, let me just go straight in, okay, and introduce my sponsor from Jamaica. And he's the person responsible, guys, for us, you know, having PGI here in Barbados, and for also assisting us in acquiring Bitcoin to build our business when we are having challenges, you know, getting Bitcoin here. All right. And I also understand our upline is here as well. So he will also introduce our upline. So let me just turn it over to Ainsworth. Edmund, we welcome you. We are honored to have you with us this evening. So let me turn over my mic over to you. Go right ahead. Ainsworth.
Hi. Good night, everyone. Good night, Chris.
Night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Come on, guys. Let's welcome our upline, my sponsor.
Good night.
Ainsworth.
Welcome, Ainsworth. Welcome.
Ainsworth, glad to have you on.
In the house.
Is everyone okay tonight?
Yes,
Good night.
Good night.
All right. First, let me just, thank Chris for the awesome work that he has been doing. I was, pretty excited, even more excited than just being on the call. I saw my upline. I invited him, but it seems as if his battery went dead or something. He just dropped off the call. So I am, he's not on the call at the moment. I'm seeing if he will come back before the end of the call. That is Mr. Alex there. He's the one that, I'm so happy and grateful that I chose him as my sponsor, because his assistance, has been, what I can say, it is a reason why I am where I'm at, is because of him, and I'm extremely grateful. Guys, what can I say? Tonight, Chris, you might not know this, but we have our team here from Jamaica, but we have been growing an awesome team also in St. Lucia. I don't know if you have anyone on your team from St. Lucia, but we have been growing a St. Lucia team that is also on the call tonight. All right, so we will be giving them the opportunity to also share their testimony tonight.
Awesome.
Do you have anyone from St. Lucia a part of your group so far?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
All right. So yeah, we are really taking over the Caribbean. Each day I see that, very soon, very, very soon, need to be traveling the Caribbean, really bringing this message of PGI to, the Caribbean islands, because we have an awesome opportunity that we are here. So yeah, for all those who are, visiting this call tonight, what can I say to you? You have heard Chris in the education that speaks about the cryptocurrency education, why Bitcoin is so valuable, why, it is the currency of the future. You have seen the PGI presentation where he spoke about, the PGI giving us the ability just to earn a single Bitcoin for ourselves. I missed the opportunity to earn my first Bitcoin when I saw PGI, Bitcoin back in 2016. And it was only $500 per coin at that time. But I didn't know the value. Same like what Chris said, why purchase this thing that has no real use case? And sitting back now, I'm a bit disappointed. Maybe I was disappointed in 2020, but I'm not now. Why? Because since I have been in PGI, I have earned over 1 Bitcoin, right? I have earned in PGI over 1 Bitcoin. And I know that before the end of the year, I'll be earning more than 2 more, at least, Bitcoins very, very, very soon. So the sky's the limit to the amount that you can earn here. For persons who are looking on, I'm a firefighter by profession, right? I am on vacation leave now for the past, almost 2 months. And I'm not going back to work until June. You know why that I'm able to do that? Because of PGI. There are so many persons who are working and can't take vacation leave because guess what?
Your sponsor is back.
Yes, if you take vacation leave, the earnings is going to cut, and you can't afford to do that. But because of PGI, I am able to do that. Now, I am 9 months and almost 10 months, 9.5 months into PGI. And on Sunday is pardon me, sorry, I lost my chain of thought. Yes, so this Sunday I will be unveiling a special call for the Project 1000 family, which I call the Road to 10K, right? This Road to 10K is a journey that I am going to really push to help as many persons who want to earn 10,000 US dollars in the next 12 weeks. 12 weeks to 10K. 10,000 US dollars in the next 12 weeks. I'm going to show all, who comes to the call, how they can achieve it. There are many persons who, in other opportunities that may seems impossible or, not achievable for the average person who is not a big networker to earn $10,000. And I have done the maths. I've looked at the compensation plan, and I realized that for the very first time, the average person can earn their first 10,000 US dollars online. And I'll be revealing, the details for that this Sunday at 7 p.m. I will be sharing the link with Chris, and I will be sharing it in the WhatsApp groups. So I'm asking all members to come out. All members to come out this Sunday night, where I will be sharing the road to 10K. This is going to be one of the biggest things. The average person in this group is going to be able to earn their first 10,000 US dollars. There are many persons who are sitting with over 100,000 US dollars worth of volume on one leg. And that makes it so simple to earn 10,000 US dollars, is because you just need to generate an additional 100,000. But I will be going through all the details in that. But I'm even more excited even now, because I'm looking in the list of participants, and I see that my upline, the man, the myth, the legend, he has, he called me today. That's the type of upline I have. He called me today just to check up how I was doing. He is a special individual. When I chose him as my upline, I have been blessed ever since. Because of him, I'm at new heights in network marketing. I have new heights. I'm telling you, I've been able to do things in this PGI because of Mr. Alex there. Most compensation plan I go into, I'm by myself, but with him, I don't have to consider one leg of my organization. It's all covered, by Mr. Alex. And so I am honored. It's my real privilege to, allow him to speak to us tonight. Mr. Alex, before you open your mic, I want to tell you that you are on this call, and our leader, Mr. Christopher Brent, this is his call. But we have team members from St. Vincent. We have team members from St. Lucia. Is there any other country that we don't? Barbados, Jamaica. So you are speaking to the Caribbean, and St. Vincent. All right. And the Grenadines. Yes. Thank you, Granville. So, Alex, I'm going to turn over to you tonight. It's really my pleasure. I'm pretty excited. There's not enough words to say thank you to you tonight. And I'm just asking you to just hand it over to you, open your mic, and talk to us tonight, Mr. Alex there. Are you there, Alex?
Yes. Hey, Ainsworth, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm hearing you great.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ainsworth. It's a pleasure being on here. Every time I come on to your guys' Zooms, the presentation that you guys have for our team here, it's just amazing, and it just gets me excited all over again. So thank you for hosting this. Chris did an absolutely amazing job with not just the Bitcoin training, which by the way is it's just awesome to know that the team has grown so powerful. And like I said, Chris knocked it out of the ballpark. So thank you so much, Chris, for that. And thank you for your outstanding leadership in helping Ainsworth. And Ainsworth, thank you again for starting all of these Zooms for everybody. Thank you so much for starting all these Zooms for everybody. And for everybody in attendance, the Caribbean team, welcome today. Thank you for attending. You guys are rock for that. So thank you.
Welcome to you too.
And
thank you, welcome.
Absolutely, thank you so much. We are all so blessed to be here, to be able to listen to this amazing opportunity, because companies like PGI, they don't come around often. I'll tell you one thing, what I mean by that is there's a dime a dozen companies out there that's like popcorn. There are so many companies that are popping out like popcorn. This company, boom, 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 and all these companies. Well, let me give you a little bit of history, a little bit of background on where I come from, so that it'll validate what I'm about to tell you and what I'm about to share with you. Okay, in the past, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, was the very first time that I became a millionaire with a company. And I did it within my first 9 months of being with that company. And then I did it again with another company in my first 7 months. But the problem is, you guys, is, I thought I was living on top of the world. I had the money, I had the cars, I had this, I had all of that, right? But the problem is, if you ask me now, where are those companies today? And I'll tell you, they're gone. They disappeared. And let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you from experience, there is no worse feeling than being involved with a company, feeling like you're making all this money and just losing it all. Okay? It's the worst feeling. So what happened is, I stayed away from network marketing and these so-called, opportunities, business opportunities, because I knew they were out there everywhere, but I was scared. Ladies and gentlemen, I was scared because I didn't want to go to the top of the mountain to be involved with the company to lose it again. I wasn't going to go through it, and I wasn't going to put my people through it. I wasn't going to put my team through it. So I was very, very, very skeptical. Let me tell you, you want to be skeptical? I was very skeptical. Okay. So a lot of people were introducing me to a lot of companies, and I said no, flat out, no. I mean, I couldn't stop saying no. Finally, a gentleman, friend of mine, who's my sponsor, actually kept bugging me and telling me about this company named PGI and how wonderful they are, and I gotta take a serious look. And I mean, I've heard it all. He kept calling me like once a week and telling me about it. Finally, I said, okay, tell me first of all, the first thing I want to know is, who is the owner? I don't care about the compensation plan yet. I don't care about the products yet. Who is the owner? So when he told me who it was, when he said it's RV Palafox, I was like, wait a minute, that name sounds familiar. So what happened is, I knew RV Palafox from the other companies that I used to be involved with. Okay, he was a leader, just like myself and just like all the other top leaders in the company. So when I found out RV was the CEO of this company named PGI, I said, okay, wait a minute, I gotta get on the phone with RV and confirm that this is real, that he's a CEO. So I got on the phone with RV and I was talking to him for maybe a good hour and a half. And he said, yes, Alex, he goes, this is my company. He goes, I decided to stop joining all these business opportunities and all this hype and all these scams, because you know how it is, Alex, we had it all and we lost it all. I said, yeah, no, you're right. He goes, so I got sick and tired of the crap and all the garbage and people being hurt. He goes, so now I decided to take a stand, become CEO, and really, truly help people change lives, but not just not just temporarily, but permanently. And I said, okay, I said, you know what? I like what you're saying. I'll tell you what, can you meet me? Can you fly out here and meet me in my hometown with a couple of key leaders of mine? Because you know how it is. I don't want to just join any company. I go, even though I know you, I don't know you on a personal level like that yet. But he goes, okay. The gentleman, Mr. RV, flew out here. We sat down with a couple of my key players, and I mean, for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, we were having lunch. Yeah, he ordered some steak. We were all at a roundtable discussion. It was just a blast. And after he told us what everything was about, how PGI was going to run, the future of PGI, and all the steps that he's going to take to ensure that PGI is a real solid company. At the very end of our luncheon, I clearly remember this, and you know how sometimes people do nice things from the bottom of their heart, that from their sincerity, that you just never forget. Because let me tell you guys something, people will not forget how you make them feel. Okay, and when you guys, I'm sure can relate to that. You will never forget how someone makes you feel. And that day, the waitress, she came to our table, and I think the tab was like $700 or $800 total. And RV said, you know what, I got this, don't worry about it. And of course we were saying, no, let us pay. Well, he didn't, he paid it. And then as the waitress was walking away, he gave her $100 bill. And she goes, you already paid. She goes, no, that's for you. And she was just so happy. And from that moment on top of all the details that he gave us, we shook his hand. We gave each other a hug. He gave everybody on our team. He goes, this is the beginning of something real. And it was that day moving forward that I knew we have to share this PGI presentation with the world. I said, because I have never had this kind of excitement, this kind of feeling in a very, very long time. And that feeling I had all over again with PGI and RV Palafox being the CEO. So fast forward, here we are. I've been with PGI for about a little over a year now. It was my first year back on April last month. And, you know, I came across a gentleman like Mr. Ainsworth, who is now I consider him a very good friend now, very close team member, close friend. He's very honest, he's very hardworking, and I'm blessed to have come across a gentleman like Ainsworth, because of him, now we've got meetings and all the stuff, and I came across other people, other leaders. So anyways, to make a long story short, you guys, here I am, I'm blessed, thank God. I'm currently, I'm going to share this with you, not to show off and not to impress, because if you knew me on a personal level and you saw me on the streets, you would never know how much I make. Okay, because you always got to stay humble. It's about staying humble and helping people change lives. That's what it's about. But right now, here we are, a year, I'm making about $27,000 a week, and that's growing every single day. You guys, let me tell you how good it feels to be making over $150,000 a month. Okay, when you can go to the store, and buy whatever you love without looking at that price tag, that's freedom. That's financial freedom. When you can wake up every single morning, drop your kids off at school, come back and plan out your day while you're just chilling, watching TV and having breakfast on the couch, that's time freedom. Okay, PGI will give you not only financial freedom, because I know a bunch of people that make a lot of money sitting at an office 9 to 5. Don't get that twisted. You can make a lot of money that way. But they all tell me, Alex, I make good money, but I don't have the time, right? So then you got to have time, not only financial freedom, but you got to have the time. And that's what's called total freedom, you guys. And PGI has provided so much freedom for a lot of my team members, so many of my team members. I've already helped create a millionaire. I don't know if you saw Ainsworth, but my team member Salve, she's over there in Vegas now, and she's my first millionaire that I've helped create with PGI. And I there's no doubt in my mind.
I saw it, Alex. I saw it.
Yeah, so there's no doubt in my mind that Ainsworth and Chris and every single person that is on this call can be a millionaire. And let me tell you why. You don't have to start big. You can start at the bare minimum if you want. But here's what gives me so much confidence and knowing that you will succeed. This is what I'm talking about. This is the whole story. I'm gonna whip it back around. I'm gonna tell you why I mentioned that why it's good to be with a solid company. You see, the smallest person can get started today, okay? And because the company's going to be here for a very, very, very long time, that person that started small will be in the company long enough to change their life because the company ain't going nowhere. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. That's what I'm trying to spread the word so much, because you have the confidence to know, if I get started today, let's say I don't get started with that much, but what about, where am I going to be a year from now? Where will you be a year and a half from now? And let me tell you something, PGI is just getting started. The first year, PGI's first year was just a warm-up. It's just a warm-up. What's coming with PGI and the future with withdrawals for international members is gonna be awesome. So if you're listening to this for the first time, you guys, all I can say is close your eyes blindly, get involved, start at the bottom of the barrel if you have to, but watch your life change. So thank you, Ainsworth, Chris, everybody, for allowing me to share. It's a privilege, it's an honor to come on here and just give my honest testimonial, and let's continue changing lives, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, sir.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you
wow.
very much, Alex. Really appreciate it.
PGI to the world. PGI to the world.
Okay, turn over to Ainsworth.
Ainsworth, Alex, Chris.
All right, thank you very much, Alex. I tell guys, I know, you know, that when this is why I tell her that, you know, working with Alex is so, you know, amazing. This wasn't something that was planned. You know, he called me today, you know, just to check up, and I said to him, Alex, we are going to Chris' call tonight. Will you be available? I said, Ainsworth, I'll be there. You know, and he's here. You know, this is a gentleman that is going to make $1 million before the end of 2021. You know, and I'm right behind him in making that, you know, $1 million this year. And it's because of his honesty, his openness, you know, his realness. You know, there's something for me. There are many persons who are in different WhatsApp groups, and there are many persons who, when we were having this withdrawal issues, you know, with PGI and, you know, with everything, and I called Alex and I was saying, Alex, you know, and Alex said to me, Ainsworth, I just want this payment to be sorted out. And I said, Alex, you know, is this an issue with money? And he said, no, there is money. It's not an issue with money. And then it relieved everything. That's why when in my groups, when I don't care what anyone would say, I knew the facts. But you know, the thing is for persons, because you know, they think that you have to try to explain everything. But just knowing that I knew Alex, that he was telling me the truth, it meant everything. You know, there was nothing else that persons could say. That's why I kept building. I kept having my calls. You know, I was saying, you know, sometimes I feel burnout. And he said, if you can feel the strength to go on, just go on and do the presentation the same way. And what can I say? We are going over the top. Guys, this is why I'm so excited this next 12 weeks, because we are going to help some persons to create 10,000 US dollars. I know in any country, that is over $1 million. That is almost 1.5 million Jamaican dollars. $10,000, 10,000 US is 1.5 million Jamaican dollars, right? And if you can create that in 12 weeks, I know that there are so many Jamaicans who are not earning that as for the entire year, right? So I know you know your currency in, you know, Barbados dollars is a little bit closer to the US than ours. You know, and St. Lucia, I don't know how the currency is, or St. Vincent, but I know that $10,000 is like the next step After $1,000 online, the next step is 10K. After 10K, it's 100K. So now I want to already take 100 persons, $1,000 in PGI. The next step is 10K. When we create that in the next weeks, we will be setting up to run to 100K to the end of the year, some persons. But let's do this first. So everyone, invite out your teams. We want a packed house on Sunday night, 7 p.m. because it will be how we are going to help individuals to achieve some levels that they have not achieved in their entire journey with PGI in the next 12 weeks. So Chris, that is it for me tonight. Thank you for having this awesome call. Thank you for all the work that you have been doing. And we truly, truly appreciate this family that we have in the Caribbean. As I said, I can't wait to be traveling the Caribbean to really, meet some of you guys for the very first time and build some awesome team. As Alex says, it for anyone who is even looking at PGI tonight for the very first time, it is good when you have a solid company that that even if I start today, it will still be around next year and the year to come, that you can still do awesome things in it. And that is why I am so passionate about PGI. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone that's on the call for what we have been doing. And I truly appreciate every single one of you guys. All right, thank you. Over to you, Chris.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Ainsworth.
Ainsworth. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wonderful.
Thank you, Ainsworth.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
PGI to the world, man.
To the world.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alex. Alex, we really appreciate you coming on the call this evening. It's an honor to have you here. Also want to thank Ainsworth as well to set up everything. Guys, I mean, you've heard it. All right. I don't think anyone that's here this evening for the first time, should leave this presentation without any doubts. All right. I don't think you will leave here, without making a decision. So get back in touch with the person who invited you. I'm sure there are persons that would like to get started tonight. There are persons that like to get started right away. Find out from that person how you can do that. All right. We welcome you to the family. And guys, remember, we don't have a presentation tomorrow, but we will have a presentation on Monday again. We are here Monday to Friday, all right, at 8 p.m. All right. So the link is the same. And of course, on Sunday, we will be joining Ainsworth on Sunday. So I'll post a link in the chat so everyone can have it. And let's come out in our numbers and support that meeting as well. Okay, guys. So that's it for me. That's it for now. I want to thank everyone, thank our guests as well for making it out this evening, and look forward to see you guys next week. All right. Good night, everyone. God bless.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Alex, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, Alex. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Awesome presentation, boss. Awesome all the time. Barbados in the house.
That's right. That's right.
Top draw. Top draw. Top draw.
That's right. PGA to the world. To the world.
PGA to the world.
I'm closing my office now. I'll talk to you all later.